In Java, methods should be declared as a part of the class. That means methods are not independent. They should not be declared outside the class definition. Even one operational statement also you should not write outside the body of a method. That you have to understand. Whereas in C++, methods are independent. Independent, data is separate and methods are separate. Methods means functions are separate. In Java, all methods should be part of the class definition. Okay, that part always you remember. You should not write any operational code outside the body of the method. And when you are writing number of methods within a class definition, for each definition should be separated by a blank line. By that, there will be more readability. And number two is you should entrust only one single identifiable task to a method. That means even though technically it is feasible, you should not entrust more than one task to a method. Only one task to a method. Actually, this can be tested with a simple naming convention. Suppose if you are entrusting only one task, you give name very easily. If you are giving multiple tasks to a method, then giving a name is very difficult. Actually, a teacher had to prepare marks report of the students, her class students. Then one method she developed for reading marks, for evaluating pass or fail, for finding out grade and printing report. That means she has entrusted 4 tasks to a method. So what name you give? It is very difficult. So in such case, what is the real approach, real spirit of development of methods is for reading values one method, and for evaluating pass and fail another method, and finding out grade another method, for printing report another method. In that way 4 methods are to be declared. I am telling you, technically it is feasible to give all the tasks to a one method. Then what name you give? Suppose you are engaging a servant. He is providing services to you as a driver, as a gardener, as a security guard, as a cook. 4 types of services you are taking from him. Then what is he means? You cannot tell him. Just simply general word servant. Otherwise, he is my driver, he is my gardener, he is my security guard, he is my cook. Like that separate names are there. So always you follow this principle. This is a very useful principle in testing, because if you entrust multiple jobs to a method, it is very difficult to test where, in case of debugging, where it commits error. That's why always, even program may be lengthy, even though for every single identifiable task declare a separate method. And here one more thing, return type. Actually, return statement function, a method may return or may not return value. Whenever it returns value, now return statement we have to write a return P, let us say product. Then 2 things are returned. One is product, whatever product is calculated, that is returned to the caller. And number 2 is, now control is there with the calling. Now not only value and the control also will be returned to the caller. That point you have to understand. And in this context, I have to tell you simple return statement. Somewhere some programmer for void type methods also they write simple return statement. Simple, what is the purpose of this is return control to the caller. Actually, if they do not write this also, The job of the closing brace is that return the control to the caller. It performs it. That's why it is unnecessary. But why I am introducing that, if any author, any programmer write this type of statement, you should not feel it is wrong. That's why specially I am focusing on this thing and all that. So one thing I am suggesting you is, if you want to become a good Java programmer and all that, meticulously study all these points. Meticulously study means simply reading, you can understand the concept, but in implementations you may not do it properly. That's why your experience is yours. My experience may not be yours. That point always you remember, and write methods for all the cases, and by that you can achieve command over methods. Hands-on approach has no other alternative. So until unless you achieve perfect command over writing methods, you never become a right Java programmer. There two types of problems are there. Actually, you have to waste a lot of time in writing or otherwise rectifying. And number two, debugging. Debugging takes a lot of time. In the process of debugging, you are tired, so much tired. If you are getting result, your sense of achievement enables you to do more and more programs. In debugging process and all that, unnecessarily you are tired. That's why the main operational code of all Java programs are placed in the methods. That's why achieve perfect command. Finally, you understand that by collective contribution of all the methods written in a program can achieve its task.